Welcome to Football with Cheese. So in this video, we're going to talk about Josh Allen. We're going to talk about how unfair the media is to him, why he's one of the best quarterbacks, if not the best quarterback in the NFL, and why it's not his fault that they keep losing in the postseason. But first, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell for notification so you never miss one of my videos. Bills fans in the comments, let me know how frustrating is it for you that Josh Allen gets blamed for everything the Bills do. I get it. I'm a Packer fan. For some reason, Jordan Love gets blamed for everything the Packers do wrong. So it's absolutely ridiculous. But this video is about Josh Allen. So he has been in the league now 8 seasons. He's been in the top 5 MVP voting 5 of the 8 seasons. Yes, including a win in 2024. He had 39 total touchdowns this year. Took a little more sacks than usual, mainly because the offensive line play just wasn't as good. Going into the season, a lot of people ranking offensive lines, almost everyone had them at top 5. While I still think it's an above average offensive line, at least compared to the rest of the league, where offensive line plays really bad. Look at the Super Bowl. Still think it wasn't as good. And Osiris Torrance, the right guard, that's a weak link to me. The rest of them, or at least above average, are good. But I think it's a better run blocking offensive line than pass blocking. There's games where he's still running for his life. Now, he did hold the ball too long. That's why his sack totals were up. Didn't throw it away as much as he had in past seasons, but his receivers are not getting open. Now, his tight ends are very good. Dalton Kincaid is good, especially receiving. Dawson Knox, good all-around tight end. Jackson Hall is very good blocking tight end. So, very good tight end group. The receiving group is garbage. Khalil Shakir, former 5th-round pick, is a very good slot number 3 type. And he is their leading receiver the last 2 seasons, but he really needs, like I said, to be a number 3 receiver. He's maybe an average number 2, and he's not a number 1. Nothing against him. Good player. Just they need more help at wide receiver. And Brandon Beane is the problem. He will not get Josh Allen an elite receiver. He had one with Stephon Diggs for 4 years. It worked, but I get it. You just want him out of the building. He's a character concern. He's been accused of some awful things. So shipping him out to Houston, I totally get it. But you did not have a plan in place once he was gone. Let's look at the leading receiver by year. Zay Jones, his rookie season. John Brown in 2019. Most of you probably have not heard of either one. At least Zay Jones is still in the NFL. In 4 straight years, Stephon Diggs was the leading receiver. And the last 2 years, Khalil Shakir. So I'm okay with trading Stephon Diggs. He's a mess. But you need a plan in place. And even when they had Stephon Diggs, they didn't have a good number 2. Gabe Davis, once again, number 3, number 4 type. Not really a number 2 receiver. So how is that Josh Allen's fault? He doesn't have Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. He doesn't have Devontae Adams and Puka Nacua. He doesn't have anyone close to that good. And check out this stat. Brandon Beane, the general manager of the Bills, who is not doing a good job, Bills fans, you know this, has used a 1st, 2nd, or 3rd round pick on a wide receiver 1 time since 2018. 1 time. And that was 2024, 2nd round pick Keon Coleman. And he has not worked out. Going in the draft, I watched a lot of Keon Coleman film. He did not separate very well, but very good at contested catches. Probably going to be a late 2nd to mid 3rd round pick was what I had him, what a lot of people had him. Most people didn't think he'd go top 50. They used the 1st pick of the 2nd round on him. And Brandon Beane admitted that was his call. And he even was a healthy scratch for a few games this year. It just has not worked out. He's not really a good fit for this offense. And they could have had Ricky Pearsall. They could have had Ladd McConkey. They could have had Xavier Worthy. Because they did trade down. They traded down and let the Chiefs get Xavier Worthy. Now, he's been inconsistent, but at least he's a speed threat, a deep threat. Boy, the Bills could use that. Brandon Cooks, past his prime, he was okay, but still nothing great. It was a desperation move to get him. Now, the 2024 draft was pretty bad at receiver after their first 4 guys. Marvin Harrison Jr., Malik Neighbors, Rome Odunze, but even Brian Thomas Jr., 23rd overall pick, great rookie year. Not so much this year, but you could have moved up and gotten him. After Keon Coleman was drafted, it was pretty bad. Just a really, really bad wide receiver class. But that's the problem. Brandon Beane, for some reason, thinks we have Josh Allen, we have good tight ends, we have James Cook, we can run the ball, and that's okay. And he spent the 2025 draft just loading up on defense and did not get enough out of it. And Brandon Beane designed a team to beat the Chiefs, to beat one particular team. You cannot do that because the Chiefs didn't make the playoffs. They don't care about run defense because the Chiefs don't run the ball, right? But you're going to run into teams in the playoffs. You don't just play the Chiefs that can run the ball. And it's been a huge weakness for the Bills for years. And the receivers didn't separate enough. And Josh Allen's running for his life because the offensive line wasn't as good as the previous year. But Brandon Beane ignored that. And he is not getting any of the blame from the media. Sean McDermott took the blame. Do I think Sean McDermott was a good coach? No. Do I think he was a terrible coach? No. And Joe Brady, the offensive coordinator, is now the head coach. I think it was a poor choice. Let me know in the comments if you agree, Bills fans. In the playoffs, Steve Spagnuolo, defensive coordinator of the Chiefs, completely outcoaches Joe Brady every time. Do you remember the AFC title game last year? 4th down. What is Steve Spagnuolo, the Chiefs defensive coordinator, going to do? He's going to blitz. He's going to blitz. Whenever there's a big 3rd or 4th down, he sends the house. And you have to know that if you're Joe Brady, you have to keep a running back or a tight end in to protect him, and they didn't. And 2 guys came free. Josh Allen's running for his life, and he gets off a pass. Amazing play by Josh Allen. It will be shown forever if Dalton Kincaid can come up with it. Would have been a tough catch, still probably should have caught it. And if he does, the Bills probably go on to win. But Joe Brady decided to not give Josh Allen help. It's Josh Allen. He's athletic. He's big. He can just run around. That's ridiculous. He needs more help. He needs better receivers. He needs a better pass blocking offensive line. He needs better coaching. And I'm shocked that Joe Brady got the job, but now Brandon Beane can blame Joe Brady if it goes bad. You know, I gave Josh Allen his offensive coordinator. We kept the same offense. Not my fault. Maybe that's why he did it. And of course, the media says continuity. Oh, it's good. The same offense. It's good for Josh Allen. Continuity didn't help the teams that were in the Super Bowl. New coach Mike Vrabel. Second-year coach Seattle Seahawks. New offensive coordinator, both places. And they made this Super Bowl. And Josh Allen got the blame in the playoffs once again. They scored 30 points on Denver. A really good defense. They put up 30 points. Okay, in the playoffs, 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions in 2 games. 32 picks against Denver. Okay, you can blame them for that. They still scored 30 points. The defense needed to get some stops. And he didn't have to go against the Denver backup quarterback like New England did. Nope. And he won in Jacksonville, a 13-win team. No one gave him credit for that. In fact, Ryan Clark, that mouth breather on ESPN, I don't know how he has worked, said if the Bills lose to Jacksonville, it's all on Josh Allen, which is one of the stupidest statements I've ever heard in my life. That's insane. The defense gave up 33 points. I remember all those Aaron Rodgers teams where he played great in the postseason, and they still lose because the defense couldn't stop anything. That's not Josh Allen's fault. He went up against Bo Nix. He didn't go against Jared Stidham. He always has to go on the road, typically, and play Kansas City, where they have Andy Reid and Steve Spagnuolo. So they outcoach the Bills in all those games. Josh Allen is an elite, first-ballot Hall of Fame quarterback. He's doing as much as he can with what he has. I'm so tired of the media blaming him for all the problems the Bills have. I just laid them all out. So, let me know in the comments. Do you agree with me? Do you think Josh Allen is a top 3 quarterback? I absolutely do. I even consider putting him on my list for most underrated players as the quarterback. I'm not going to do that because obviously he's won an MVP. I'm releasing those videos next week, so make sure you are subscribed, hit the bell. I'm going to do offense first, then defense. Most underrated players at each position. I also made some videos. Their links are in the description. The best player at every position, Josh Allen, is on that list. So make sure you check it out, offense and defense. Like I said, in the description. Lights Out Podcast, me and Mike. We do it every Tuesday night, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. We talk baseball, college football, and of course, NFL. If you enjoyed this, make sure you give me a thumbs up. Really helps out the channel. Once again, Bills fans, let me know in the comments. Why does the media hate on Josh Allen so much? It's absolutely crazy. And is Brandon Beane the most to blame? I think he is. Share this with anyone who loves football. I cover all 32 teams on this channel. Big focus on the NFL draft. Check out this video if you have not. And I'll see you in the next one.